Imagine a time, tens of thousands of years ago, when the world was a very different place. Picture vast sheets of ice covering much of the Northern Hemisphere, the air crisp and biting, the landscape dominated by towering glaciers. Now, in this frozen expanse, there existed a remarkable phenomenon, the Bering Land Bridge, or Beringia, a landmass connecting what we now know as Siberia in Asia to Alaska in North America. This wasn't just a narrow strip of land. It was an enormous region, stretching about 1,000 miles at its widest point, teeming with life, from colossal mammoths to agile bison. Around 20,000 to 15,000 years ago, during the last glacial maximum, sea levels were drastically lower than they are today. Imagine the Earth's water locked away in glaciers, creating this bridge of opportunity. It was a chance for early humans, likely hunter-gatherers, to embark on a monumental journey. They followed the herds of megafauna across this land bridge, driven by the instinct to survive, to seek out food, and to explore the unknown. As these early adventurers crossed into North America, they were stepping into a new world filled with possibilities. It's fascinating to think about what they must have felt: excitement, fear, wonder. They moved further into the continent as the climate warmed, the ice sheets slowly retreating, opening up new paths. Some traveled southward through ice-free corridors, while others might have hugged the Pacific coast, navigating the shores in search of resources. But then, around 10,000 years ago, everything changed. The Earth began to warm significantly, glaciers melted, and sea levels rose once more, submerging the Bering Land Bridge beneath what we now call the Bering Strait. This was a pivotal moment in human history. Those who had crossed were now isolated in North America, free to develop their own unique cultures and societies, laying the groundwork for the diverse indigenous peoples that would flourish for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence, like the Clovis sites dating back to around 13,000 years ago, tells us about these early settlers. Yet, there's a growing body of evidence suggesting that humans may have arrived even earlier than we thought. Isn't it wild to think about how our understanding of history is constantly evolving? Genetic studies have also revealed fascinating connections between indigenous peoples in the Americas and populations in Siberia and East Asia, reinforcing the idea of this ancient migration across Beringia. But here's where it gets even more interesting. While the Bering Land Bridge theory is the most widely accepted explanation for how humans migrated to North America, there are alternative theories worth considering. Some researchers propose that early humans might have taken a Pacific coastal route, using boats to navigate along the shores. Imagine them, braving the waves, exploring the coastlines, and finding new lands to inhabit. And what if there were multiple waves of migration? Different groups from various regions of Asia, each bringing their own unique cultures and stories to the Americas over thousands of years. This notion adds layers to our understanding of how the Americas were peopled, emphasizing the complexity of human migration. This migration story is crucial. It's not just about survival. It's about the beginnings of rich, diverse cultures that thrived long before European contact. Each step taken across that ancient land bridge echoes through history, reminding us of our shared humanity and the incredible journeys that have shaped our world. So, the next time you think about the origins of the indigenous peoples of the Americas, remember that their story begins with a bridge, an ancient connection that changed everything.